afternoon and welcome to Boreham Wood for one of the matches that could help decide the most exciting title race in WSL history. It is a four-way fight. Today we get to watch two of them. Arsenal taking on Manchester City, who blew it all wide open 7 days ago.
Angeldal. Oh, what a strike! And it's two! City sizzling, Chelsea in trouble. Potentially this could be even worse for Chelsea. Frustration's boiling over a little. Full time. A result that blows the race for the WSL title wide open. A statement win for Manchester City.
Yep, Manchester City took down the champions Chelsea last weekend, giving renewed hope not only to themselves, but to Arsenal as well. And Manchester United beat Brighton yesterday to open the gap at the top, but the other three all have games in hand. It is Arsenal who are bouncing into the weekend after their Champions League heroics on Wednesday against an equally buoyant Manchester City. Kickoff is in just over 10 minutes' time. Oh, someone's bubble could well burst today, though. We're going to find out who, and I'm doing so in the company of two former England internationals, Anita Asante and Rachel Brown-Finnis. Great to see you both, just in time for the sprinklers. Always a pleasure. Rachel, look, we're going to talk Manchester City because I guess the last couple of seasons you would say that they've been inconsistent, lots of ins and outs, not really looking themselves. And the season started that way as well. They lost their opening two, but since then they've gone on this 14-match unbeaten run. And I guess last weekend what they did was really silence a few of their critics.
Absolutely, and you know the mutterings around the club were calling for Gareth Taylor's head, you know, part way through last season and certainly the beginning of this season. But as you said, going on a 14 winning match streak has silenced those. And against Chelsea, this is exactly how they did it. It was their midfield that were dominant up against the Chelsea's midfield, who tend to tear teams apart. The partnerships between Angeldal and Kelly and Laura Coombs on this occasion and Lauren Hemp on the left side, they got tight to them. So you see here they're pressing, setting a trap. Angeldal playing up tight alongside Hemp. You can see there's no Chelsea defenders around. 2v1, it's a simple little pass, no pressure on the ball, and Angeldal has all the time in the world to pick a spot. Brilliant finish, and that trio, including Hasegawa, another occasion here, you see 1-2, easy, gets on the back foot of the defender. Chloe Kelly, Laura Coombs does excellently well, joins in with the attack, and Lauren Hemp executes again absolutely brilliantly. They expected Bunny Shaw to be the star player on that day, and actually it was the two high midfielders that did that.
Yeah, and they're looking so good at the moment, as are Arsenal. Anita, your former club, I mean, it's a really good time to be an Arsenal fan right now for the men's or women's, but particularly with the women. They've got silverware in the bag now after a long time. They've got the League Cup. The Champions League, they are through to the semi-final for the first time in a decade, and what a night that was in midweek. It's a great time for this club because they've, had to be out in the cold in recent years, but they're coming back, they're fighting.
Oh, it's a fantastic time to be an Arsenal fan in general, but this team have just, delivered time and time again back into a semi-final and done it without Miedema and Beth Mead, who unfortunately were out with injury early in the season. And I think lots of players have stepped up. Ford, Marnham being influential, Williamson's showing her versatility and stepping in there. And now it's going to be an exciting semi-final to look forward to.
Yeah, it definitely is, isn't it? Well, we're going to be reflecting on those Champions League victories of midweek for both Arsenal and Chelsea, of course, who are also through to the last four. But these games have come with a bit of a cost. Arsenal do not have their captain in their ranks. Kim Little hasn't recovered. Katie McCabe has, though. She is in the starting lineup, as is Sabrina D'Angelo. She is in goal for Manuela Zinsberger. City, though, are unchanged. It's time to hear now from the managers then. Both of them are speaking to Jeanette Quatchy.
A few changes to the lineup, to the squad today, in particular in goal. Any particular reason why?
I think we're fortunate to have two goalkeepers that are very, very good, and sometimes their styles and attributes fits very well on top positions. And today, I think Sabrina is going to fit well.
And for Kim Little and Katie McCabe, we know Katie's back in the squad, and how's Kim feeling?
Yeah, Katie is back. We're really pleased about that. Really quick recovery. We didn't think it was going to be that quick. She has worked incredibly hard, so has the medical team. Kim is going to be out for a longer period than Katie, so at least here for a few weeks, and after that we have to see.
A big win last week against Chelsea, potentially season-making. What's the attitude been like since and this week with the team?
Well, good attitude, really good confidence from the players. Enjoyable week of training, but again we were honest in our performance. A lot of really good things, some things we can improve on for sure. And what it does is sets up a good opportunity for us to go out and give our best today to try and win the game.
Gareth Taylor and Jonas Eidevall there with Jeanette Quache. Jonas mentioned there that he's put not put Zinsberger in goals, but D'Angelo in goal today because she suits the style of play that he wants to put out, or the team that he wants to put out against Manchester City. Why do you think that is? Because he's not really elaborated on
well,
that.
It could just be a ploy to rest Zinsberger, but D'Angelo's really good with the feet, and he'll know, Eidevall, that Manchester City will press high, and decision-making is going to be key for D'Angelo. She'll have to play long on occasions, not always out with the back.
OK, well, it has been a harsh winter for Arsenal. I need to mention there, no Viv Miedema, no Beth Mead either. Fruitless transfer window as well, but they have been able to prize a former star back to the club. Jodie Taylor has been out in the USA for the past 6 years. She was enjoying a quiet off-season, and they've managed to bring her back to her former club, and she has been catching up with Joe Curry during the week.
Jodie, you are back in England, you're back in the WSL, you're back at Arsenal. How did this all come about?
You know, I didn't expect this to happen at all. I never thought I'd be back in the WSL playing for Arsenal, but very happy to be here. It all kind of happened so quick. You know, the reality of the situation is that I was a free agent. Transfer window here closed. Obviously there's been injuries at the club, and it kind of worked for both the club and myself. So when the opportunity came up, you know, I'm not going to turn that down. To see how the club's grown since I was last here, 5 years ago. You know, the staff has tripled, the facilities, the quality of the players. It's unbelievable to see how far the club's come in 5 years. And, you know, one of the best teams in Europe.
Is there a feeling that for you there's a bit of unfinished business with the WSL, with Arsenal?
Yeah, no, it does feel like unfinished business. Again, I'm very grateful and thankful for the opportunity to come back. I had a couple injuries at the time. Yeah, off the pitch wasn't the greatest time as well. So to be able to come back and be a part of it, and again, just to see the progression of the club too is incredible.
We have to touch on that game against Bayern Munich midweek. It was pretty special. You were watching on at the Emirates. What was that atmosphere like?
You know, the atmosphere was electric. I think we played very well. I think we deserved to win. So yeah, the energy, the buzz around the team's great, and hopefully we can take this momentum into the next round, into the league as well.
I was going to say, you're joining Arsenal at the most incredible time in the season. They've already got the League Cup in the cabinet. They're battling for the league title as well, and now into the Champions League semi-finals. You've been around the squad for a couple of weeks now. What do you think this squad can achieve with the rest of the season?
I mean, I joined at the right time. I picked the best 3 months I could possibly come in for. But no, the squad's been great. I think, especially from 5 years ago to now, the confidence and the belief within the squad. I think this team is capable of achieving everything.
Would you be tempted to stay in England?
Like I said, anything's possible in football, and I'm just trying to embrace it, trying to work my absolute hardest, be the best teammate I can be, play as well as I can, and let's just see what happens. I'm open to whatever. I've literally threw out trying to make any sort of plans because they never go to plan anyway. So yeah, let's just see. I'm focusing on right now and see what happens in the future.
Yeah, Jodie Taylor back with Arsenal, 36-year-old former Golden Boot winner. She has a level of experience that money just cannot buy.
No, you know, she's you can see what she does for a team. For England, she's been influential. She's a World Cup bronze winner with England, and she can stretch teams. She's a finisher. She's played professionally across different places in the world, USA and Sweden, where I played with her, and I think she's going to add a lot of depth to this squad as well.
She's so clever. She's never relied on a pace, so you think pace might go as an older player. As well, she's always been a professional player in the era when women's football here in this country was not professional. She's lived and played football out in the States as professional footballers. So athletically, as far as what she's learned over those years abroad, she'll be a top sub for these guys in the stands.
Yeah, it's great to have an old friend back. There we go. You can see Kim, Viv Miedemar and Beth Mead as well. And I think also with Jodie Taylor is that she's not eligible to play in the Champions League. So for this run-in, considering it's a four-way tie, Arsenal's still in this, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It will allow Jonas to allow Blackstenius and players like that to focus on those competitions, whereas she can really add to the team in terms of the league title race.
Okay, well, it all kicks off here for now. 6 more games to go until the end of the season. It's all gone very quickly, and I feel like this one is going to be a big one. This is a huge one out here today. You can see the teams are heading out, the mascots on the side as well. They're really going to enjoy this one. Always a full house at Boreham Wood as well. Let's hand you over to our commentary team for today then, the former England manager Hope Powell. But first, Vicky Sparks.
Thank you, Reshmin. Hello, everyone. What a title race we have on our hands in the WSL this season. Just 6 points separate the top 4, and it really does feel like any one of Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea or Arsenal could win it. Well, Arsenal have won 5 of their last 6 games, including the Continental Cup final against Chelsea, but the absence of captain Kim Little is a real blow for them. She's ruled out after picking up an injury in their fabulous Champions League win over Bayern Munich at the Emirates in midweek. Lotte Buben-Moy replaces her, so Leah Williamson will move into midfield, while Sabrina D'Angelo starts for the 2nd league match in a row as regular number 1 Manuela Zinsberger is rotated. Katie McCabe does start after recovering from the knock she picked up on Wednesday. Manchester City are unchanged from the side that won so impressively against Chelsea a week ago to blow that title race wide open. Khadija Shaw leads the WSL's Golden Boot race by 2 goals coming into today. 15 goals she's scored this campaign in the top flight. She's on 26 for the season in all competitions. Well, delighted to have Hope Powell alongside me for this one, and Hope, with both sides coming off the back of excellent results last time out, confidence is very much running high for both teams.
Yeah, very high for both teams. Certainly Arsenal coming from behind, Champions League, gets them into the semi-final, and obviously that impressive display from Man City against Chelsea, puts them right in the frame. So this game for both teams very crucial today to get those points on the board.
Well, Arsenal's last WSL defeat was at the hands of Manchester City back in February. City, meanwhile, are on a 14-match unbeaten run in the WSL. It's currently the longest run in the division. They haven't tasted defeat in the top flight since September, and Hope, it's been such a good response after losing their opening 2 games of the season, which meant that questions once again were swirling around Gareth Taylor.
Yeah, lots of questions. Those 2 opening games didn't do so well. I think you've got to appreciate the amount of players that exited the club, that, you know, the new players coming in, they've had to embed those players. I think they've done it really well, and credit to Gareth, you know, he's done remarkably well. 14 games unbeaten, they got a real chance again today.
Yeah, they had a huge turnover, Manchester City, as Hope says, in the summer. But this is a meeting of 2 of the giantesses of the women's game. A win for Arsenal would take them 2nd in the table, above Manchester City on goal difference. A victory for City will see them stay 2nd, but they will move level on points with leaders Manchester United. And at the start of this match, the players take the knee. The message against racism still clear.
Yeah, I think this game is really crucial for both. I think Arsenal find themselves in very unfamiliar territory in 4th position, so this is a big game for both teams.
A sold-out Meadow Park, ready for a battle that we expect to be fast, frenetic and hotly contested. Here is Lotte Bubenmoy forward to Leah Williamson. Interesting to see that change in position again. Hope that we saw at the Emirates on Wednesday. Kim Little going off, Williamson moving up into midfield, which of course is a position that she knows so well. But it does break up that centre-half partnership that's been so effective for Arsenal between Raffaelli and Williamson.
Yeah, obviously Kim Little is a big loss for them, a real big loss. She's had an outstanding season to date. And thankfully for Arsenal, or luckily for Arsenal, Leah Williamson has experienced that midfield role before. And Woburn-Moy obviously slips in nicely, she's used to that. So not a lot changes. Williamson went into the centre of the park against Bayern Munich. So it's just another game for her, to be honest.
Clearance over the stands. To a few oohs from the Meadow Park crowd. What form she's in at the moment, Steph Houghton. Gareth Taylor, the Manchester City manager, saying that he believes Houghton is playing some of the best football in her career at the moment.
Yeah, I'm really delighted to see Steph back. Obviously, I've worked with her a lot with England. She was bitterly disappointed. She got injured, then missing out on the Euros. But she is a captain, she is a leader, and I think she's proven her worth since she's come back into the side.
Here come Arsenal, looking to put early pressure on Manchester City. What a run this is by Valti. Plays the ball across, and early test for Ellie Roebuck. Dealt with well.
Yeah, good run by Valti. Not so good on the cross, probably needed a lot more pace, but I think Arsenal started the brighter of the two.
Well, looking to draw on this sellout home crowd here at Meadow Park, as they drew on the crowd at the Emirates against Bayern Munich in midweek. Early touch for Sabrina D'Angelo, making her second WSL start and second in a row as well, after starting the North London derby win over Tottenham. Here's Khadija Shaw.
Surprising that she started, but there's a reason for it. Obviously, I think Rachel said maybe her ability with the ball at her feet. Man City generally press quite high, did that so well against Chelsea, so obviously needs someone that can find the pass from the goal, from the back line.
It just breaks down for Manchester City, and Valti will clear, looking for Caitlin Ford. Manchester City throw.
It's interesting here how Alexandri finds herself in midfield from the left-back position, coast to overload those midfield areas, and it's quite difficult for Arsenal to pick up.
Yes, Manchester City fullback cutting into midfield, something we're very used to seeing with the men's side as well as the women's. Ellie Roebuck has the ball for Manchester City. Forward by Greenwood to Shaw. Lovely layoff to Laura Coombs, another who's enjoying a fantastic season. Moritz with the interception.
I think City will really work hard on keeping good width. They've got two very, very talented wide players. And obviously Bunny Shaw, if she can stay central, she's a fantastic target player. And I think she's proved that with the amount of goals she's scored, top goal scorer so far.
Yeah, two ahead of Aston Villa's Rachel Daly. Is becoming a real option through the middle for England, not just Aston Villa.
She is. What a problem for Serena to have, a defender playing up front for Aston Villa. Incredible.
It was Shaw. Receives it back from Alexandri. Now Coombs. Hemp. Coombs once more. Nice control. Hasegawa. Shaw. City moving the ball nicely. Angledahl to Kelly. Shaw's waiting in the centre, and there is Bunny Shaw, and there's the lead for Manchester City. Inside the opening 5 minutes, and Bunny Shaw doing what she does best. She is so lethal in those positions. And once again, she's clinical, and City hit the front, 1-0.
You've got to say, what a fantastic build-up. 1 and 2 touch from the middle third all the way through. Out wide, as we said, it starts a lot deeper than that. They get good width, where Bunny Shaw needs to be the centre of the goal. Perhaps the defender, Woburn-Moy, will be disappointed with that. She should have got closer, knowing the level that Bunny Shaw is playing at, she needs to be locked on tighter than that. But what a finish. Great header.
Perfect start for Manchester City. And Khadija Shaw continues her outstanding form this season. 27 now in all competitions, 16 in the WSL. Maybe she heard us talking about Rachel Daly chasing her down in the Golden Boot race.
Yeah, possibly, but that was a great goal. I think now, hopefully, this will kickstart Arsenal. I think we've got to appreciate Arsenal. They played a very, very demanding game midweek. Let's hope that doesn't affect them. I'm sure it won't. I'm sure the manager would have told them this is a different game. You know, points on the board are crucial, but they've got some work to do now.
Hasegawa takes a tumble and does win the free kick for Manchester City.
I think it's standard formation for both teams for 4-3-3, matching up in midfield. I think just with Alexandra Drift coasting into that midfield area will cause a bit of a problem.
Kelly won't reach that ahead of Katie McCabe. Talk about the blow that it was for Arsenal not to have Kim Little available, but having Katie McCabe being able to start for Jonas Eidevall's side. She is one of those players, Republic of Ireland captain, heading for a World Cup this summer as well with her country, that he will look to show that leadership on the pitch.
Yeah, I think so. She got left out for a couple of games. I think that did her the world of good. I saw her play Wednesday night. I thought she was fantastic. To see her limp off on crutches, so she's done really well to play today, and Arsenal will need her.
Yes, he did say pre-match Eidevall they didn't expect her to be back so quickly. I noticed she did limp back on crutches at the end to join in the celebrations at the Emirates as Arsenal give the ball away. Hemp under pressure from Williamson. City really on top at the moment.
Yeah, confidence is high. They've got the opening goal. You know, Arsenal have got some work to do now. They're riding high on confidence, you know, unbeaten in how many games? 14 games. So Arsenal will have to be on top of their game today to get something out of this game.
Here is Coombs for Manchester City. Williamson with the interception. Now Pelova, not seen much of her so far. Has it taken off her toes by Alexandri. Pelova. Williamson. Varty under pressure. Manchester City doing exactly what you said they would hope in terms of putting that high press on. It was so effective against Chelsea last weekend.
Yeah, very effective. I think Chelsea really struggled with the high press. And obviously Man City got great pace up front and physicality. It serves them well.
Kelly under pressure, which pays off for Arsenal. Referee Abigail Byrne not happy with the throw. It will be a yellow card as well for Katie McCabe, who also is not happy.
Yeah, I think that the rules have changed. Dissent, you know, you will get a yellow card. You know, if that was her talking back to the ref, the referees will not accept that. So players have to be careful. Yep, ball bounced on head, unnecessary. That's a yellow now. That puts her a bit on the back foot. She's going to have to be really careful. Only played 10 minutes into the game.
Needless.
Needless indeed.
She's a player that plays on the edge, Katie McCabe, as Lawrence plays the ball forwards. And the throw goes the way of Manchester City. Work to do for his side. 10 minutes played, they're 1-0 down, and the second best so far. Alexandri's throw. Hemp potentially got a little push there. City do get the throw, if not the free kick. They take it quickly, lovely turn by Shaw. Saw the run of Chloe Kelly. McCabe racing to get back. Coombs is in the centre. Kelly, blocked by McCabe. And she'll complete the clearance as well. Blackstenius.
I've got to say that was really well played by Bunny Shaw. She's really found her form. Took her a bit of time to settle when she first came to this country, but doing really well. You know, physically strong, powerful runner.
And she's up against Raffaelli here. And the whistle goes. Foul by Shaw on Raffaelli.
Yeah, just showing her physicality there, as I said. You just look at Arsenal's midfield here, they're really, really deep, trying to invite the press from City.
Hasegawa. She's another who's really grown into the season. The Japan international arrived in the summer after Kira Walsh's world record departure to Barcelona.
Yeah, and that was a position, wasn't it? Kira Walsh, so effective, a hard one to replace, but I think Hasegawa so far this season has been outstanding. One of the picks for me for the men's City side.
Forward by Greenwood. Coombs will chase. Hemp. Too much on it. So good to see Laura Coombs back in the England setup after so long, Hope.
Yeah, credit to her. She's worked really, really hard. You know, a very functional player, quite often goes unnoticed, very, very efficient. So really pleased for her. She really deserves that.
City employing that press, and it pays off. Shaw, good save, D'Angelo. Arsenal almost mistresses of their own undoing.
Yeah, there again, a high press. Bunny Shaw really alert to it. You know, the midfield of Arsenal, that's Leah Williamson dropping right into that back line. If she's going to do that, with Bunny Shaw breathing down her neck, she's got to move that ball a lot quicker.
Corner taken short by Chloe Kelly to Hasegawa. Kelly once more. D'Angelo comes, gets something on it. Manchester City will try and keep it alive with Greenwood, but Blackstenius will clear for Arsenal.
She did well there, D'Angelo. Had she not have connected there, Bunny Shaw was ready to capitalise on that. Great delivery into the box. D'Angelo really does well, actually. And I think that's Wobenmoy just blocking Bunny Shaw. Very effective, good clearance.
Leonard Simornham dispossessed. Here come Manchester City again. Shaw looking so dangerous. It's well defended by Katie McCabe, who is eventually fouled by Khadija Shaw.
Yeah, good aggression from both players. Yeah, that's a foul. I'm not sure. I think she caught Katie's left foot. Yeah, both players very, very aggressive, but correct decision by the referee, I think.
Williamson forward. Caitlin forward with the swing and the miss. Here is Williamson. Closed down.
I think Leah's got to try and play a little bit higher up. She's falling into that back line, I think, just a little bit too early. You know, try and get some width.
Alexandri, good work against Pilova. the more emphatic one. Lovely control by Angeldal. Scored a lovely goal against Chelsea last weekend.
Yeah, it was a great goal. She had a really good game that day, I thought, and she was unlucky actually not to get player of the match for me.
Greenwood under pressure from Reynolds and Morlem. Back to Roebuck, Sagawa.
City are playing with some confidence. Arsenal really struggling to get near them.
Alexandri. A little short for Angeldal, but she does reach it. They're just faster to the balls at the moment, Manchester City. Here is Coombs. Hemp getting past Moritz. Lead away by Raffaelli. Hasegawa. Williamson challenges Coombs. And a chance for Palova to burst forward. Was tugged back there by Alexandri, but referee will let play continue. Advantage played. Flag is up against Caitlin Ford. And the offside is what stands, rather than calling the play back for the free kick. And Meadow Park is not too happy with that.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? If the pass comes off, you want the advantage played. It was a foul. Referee played the advantage, but it was offside. I think they've got to get Pavlova into this game. She came on, I think, Wednesday night. I don't think she started. She was really lively. Got to get some whip, get her on the ball and let her run at that defence, because she has got some pace.
Hemp with the header. Here is Shaw, the City goal scorer. Dispossessed by Valti. He then fouls Angeldal. And once again, City get play underway immediately. Kelly. McCabe with the foot in. She's winning a lot of those individual battles at the moment, Katie McCabe, but on this early yellow card, he's the tightrope.
Yeah, she's going to have to be careful. Long way to go yet. I must say, Man City look a lot fresher. Arsenal, for me, look a little bit tired. Some of those recovery runs from midfield look like they're struggling a bit.
So Khadija Shaw just readjusting her boots. Fancy miles there for Manchester City fans, and perhaps Gareth Taylor seeing her down on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. But she's fine.
A bit of panic.
Alexandri well closed down by Williamson. Does retain it for Manchester City. This could be a concern. Sabrina D'Angelo down for Arsenal.
Could be tactical, I must say. Could be tactical. I mean, it's quite common, you know, goalkeeper's got the ball, goalkeeper goes down, it gives the coaches an opportunity to perhaps tinker with some stuff, give some information, and that's probably what's happened. I could be wrong. But that's probably what's happened.
Well, there is Manuela Zinsberger. She's making no move to take that blanket off from around her legs. So I think we can safely say there speaks a former Brighton and England manager, Hope Powell, because the Arsenal players were straight over to Jonas Eidevall.
Absolutely, it's a tactic that you know, any coach would use. Sensible. You can see Zinsberger is firmly wrapped up with blanket on. She's not moving. So yeah, a tactical move there by Arsenal.
And it is Arsenal who trail to Manchester City, courtesy of this early goal from Khadija Shaw.
That's a fine finish, but if you go back, the build-up was absolutely fantastic. It started certainly in their own half, built the play through the middle. Bunny Shaw coming into play, used the whip, and that is a really good header. From a defensive perspective for Arsenal, I think if you've got someone like Shaw floating in and around the box, you've really got to be locked on. You give her any room, if she connects, you know, she's got a good chance of scoring.
So Sabrina D'Angelo is all right for now, as Hope Powell expected. Just talk me through briefly, Hope, what is the thinking behind that? Is it as simple for a coach as getting different tactical instructions across? Is it about disrupting the flow of the opponent who are in their stride?
I think it's a bit of both, really. You know, Man City have had large amounts of possession, so that gives them time to readjust. He will obviously have noted some things that he just wants to tinker with, and hopefully that gives them a bit of impetus in the game and livens them up a bit.
Here is Blackstenius, Manchester City appealing for a decision that didn't come. Morgan clears. Moritz under pressure from him. She knew she was. Back to D'Angelo. Raffaelli. Walsey can't control. Angeldal. Kelly. Manchester City striding forward once more. Kelly once more. She was in there again. Away by Arsenal. Asagawa. Blackstenius right on her. And that's why Leah Williamson is so adored here. Blackstenius. Forward. Chance to run at Esme Morgan. And to get the ball across. She can get it straight into the arms of Ellie Roebuck.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by Leah Williamson. Really set Arsenal on their way. Just the quality of that pass by Ford. Usually she does that so much better. Got to be better than that if you want to score. It's this City side. 1v1, she's been really good this season. You know, just that final delivery from that position, you're really looking to cut the ball back.
City once again play through that Arsenal press well. Alexandri. Midway through the first half, Khadija Shaw's header inside the opening 5 minutes is the difference between the sides. City are well worth the lead, and you touched on earlier, Hope, the gruelling match that Arsenal had against Bayern Munich on Wednesday. I say gruelling, it was some of the best football I've seen them play for a long time, particularly in the first half, and they've had some good games this season. Manchester City with the week to prepare for this, though. As Chloe Kelly has it, goes down, no free kick. Katie McCabe saying very forcefully to Chloe Kelly to get up there. She just has to keep that passion in check.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as I said before, a long way to go. But just going back to the Champions League, I really do think Arsenal look a little bit leggy. Playing at the Emirates, big pitch, big game. You know, that's a lot. It's an energy sapper on the mind and on the body. Arsenal have really got to up the ante if they want to get something out of this game. I think Hasegawa in midfield, you know, got to be a stamp on her. She's you know, dictating the play in there far too easily.
Roebuck with a loose touch. Just like that, Blackstenius was almost in. Williamson will drive. Cleared away by Greenwood, who really took one for the team there. And the referee making sure that she's all right. To be fair to Alex Greenwood, she's got up very quickly there.
She did well there. I'm not sure I would have put my head in the wave. Roebuck a little bit sloppy there. Should have moved it a lot quicker. You know, she's done well to put her head there, to be fair, and gets up straight away.
Williamson again with the interception. Just starting to dictate a little in midfield as Blackstenius is in. Great save, Ellie Roebuck. But that's better from Arsenal.
Yeah, much better. You know, they need to be. You know, that's twice now, but Ellie Roebuck, good save. Move the ball a bit quicker. What we're used to seeing, that one-and-touch play. Onside, I would argue, but Roebuck does really well to come out with some pace and conviction. Otherwise, Blackstenius, he didn't quite connect with it, but well done, Roebuck, and I think she's hurt herself in doing that, it looks like.
Yep, concern for the Manchester City #1, but it was fractions, wasn't it, for Blackstenius? Just that spin of the ball took it marginally out of her reach.
Yeah, unlucky. She looks like she's struggling a bit there as well. I mean, Blackstenius, a willing runner. Roebuck, looks like her knee. But both of them very committed to it. Or, again, it could be tactical.
Maybe not this time.
Both of them full force there. Yeah. Yeah, both of them committed to making the challenge. Roebuck does really well, thankfully on her feet, looks okay. And Blackstenius looks okay.
Well, they're both players that give no quarter, but that is what is at stake here in this WSL title race.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at Blackstenius. She's slightly limping.
Well, she's another, like Khadija Shaw at Manchester City, that's been so integral to Arsenal, but could have been different, couldn't it, in January if those world record bids for Alessia Russo had come off. Arsenal trying to sign the England forward from Manchester United.
Yeah, you do.
Lauren Hemp goes down.
Yeah, you do wonder, you know, Alessia Russo, were Man United going to, you know, sell Russo to their rivals? Very unlikely. Yeah, a bit of a head injury for Lauren Hemp there, but seems okay.
Again, no quarter given. Ruben Moy to Palova. Williamson. Raffaelli. Nice turn by Williamson. McKay. Here goes Caitlin Ford. Against Morgan. Ford with the low delivery. Vital interception by Alexandri. Palova was right behind her.
Yeah, she needed to be there. It's a great clearance by Alexandri.
Here is Ford. Arsenal throw. Good battle that between Ford and Morgan.
Yeah, really, really good battle. Yeah, I think Ford's had a really great season. I think Morgan's grown in character and stature, certainly with the England call-ups, giving her a lot of confidence. And so, yeah, it's an exciting game for both of them. See who comes out on top.
Yep, she's in the latest England squad, Esme Morgan, preparing for the finalissima against Brazil, the first in the women's game at Wembley on Thursday. The European champions against the South American champions.
Should be a good one.
Here is Palova. Turn. Horton shepherds it back to Roebuck, but there is more tempo about Arsenal's passing.
Yeah, definitely. Since they had a little break in play when the goalkeeper went down, the information that Jonas has obviously given has started to work. They're a little bit more livelier, they're pressing, they're aggressive, and they'll need to be at their best today to beat this Man City side. But they're gaining some momentum in this game.
Well, it is a Manchester City side that have lost just twice in their last 23 games in all competitions on this 14-match unbeaten run in the WSL. One of those defeats for Gareth Taylor's side was to Arsenal in the League Cup semi-finals after extra time.
Yeah, but at the moment they're winning. That's all they care about. A lot at stake today. And, you know, Man City have definitely started the brighter.
Yes, as things stand, they'll be moving level on points with leaders, Manchester United, but this is how quickly things can change. The slip from Alexandri, Palova for Arsenal, now Moritz. Good defensive work by Lauren Hemp. And the throw goes the way of Manchester City as well. You just wonder whether Palova could have taken that on immediately.
Yeah, you know, I doubt she was expecting Alexandria to slip there, but that was an opportunity. But credit to Lauren Hemp, she really worked hard to get back and help her teammate out, and as a result they win the ball back.
Clearance wasn't the most convincing though, and Ford trying to latch onto it. Will come to Valti, laid off to McCabe. Angle was narrowing. Comes to Leonardson-Mornham. Not quite the finish that we saw at the Emirates on Wednesday.
No, but certainly more on the front foot, Arsenal. You know, really putting themselves in between the players, blocking players so that they could get a shot away just here. I think Alexandria there was blocked, but unfortunately Marnham there, way off target. But certainly in the last 10 minutes, we've seen a little bit more of Arsenal in Man City's defending third. So good signs for them at the moment.
Hasegawa, Coombs. Hemp to chase. Plays it off, Ruben Moy. And the throw eventually goes Arsenal's way.
Quite static Arsenal, they need to move to get on this ball.
Hasegawa, Angeldal. Morgan's turn to drift into central midfield.
Yeah, it really causes a problem, that overload. So fullbacks cutting inside means Hasegawa or Alexandra, or if it's Morgan on the other side, generally they're free.
Good work by Williamson and Palova between them, followed by Valti. Stenius just overran it, and again, him coming back and doing those defensive duties well.
Yeah, she's done that well, hasn't she? Really prepared to work from her team, work this line, help her defence out. You know, playing with some maturity now, Lauren Hemp. An exciting player for the future for me.
Yeah, still just 22 years of age, which is remarkable, considering as well that she's won 4 PFA Young Player of the Year award. She's the reigning holder of that accolade. Here she is now. Coombs, Hasegawa, Angeldal to Kelly. Shaw and Coombs await in the centre, and almost the ricochet leads to a second goal from Manchester City. Coombs with the initial header. Goodness me.
That was interesting. I think I like the way that Man City work the ball. If Arsenal are in shape, they're prepared to be patient, work it out in the wide areas. And again, you know, really good delivery. I think it comes off, does it come off an Arsenal player? I thought it did, but the referee's given a goal kick. But they really work it well around the pitch. You know, down the left. If they can't get down the left, they work it round to the other side, really try and stretch Arsenal. They've got 2 players out wide, Kelly and Hemp, that can really deliver. Gives them a really good opportunity if Bunny Shaw's in the middle. So really good build-up play again by Man City.
Words between Frida Leonardson-Mornham and Jonas Weideval as Arsenal have a player down. Just need to get her into the game more, Leonardson-Mornham. She can be so influential.
Yeah. It's interesting. Another player down.
Yeah, Caitlin Ford for Arsenal. So play paused momentarily. England against Italy is up next on BBC Two in the Women's Six Nations. Do stay with us for that. And catch all the highlights from this weekend's WSL action. Huge weekend in the title race. The Women's Football Show on BBC One at 11:30 this evening. And you can listen to commentary of that finalissima. The first in the women's game, the European champions England taking on the South American champions Brazil from a sold-out Wembley Stadium, Thursday, 7:45. Commentary on 5 Live. Oh, she's moving very gingerly, Caitlin Ford.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a big loss for them.
And the change is being prepared, and it will necessitate a little bit of moving around from the personnel on the pitch as well, because Laura Wiemreuter is preparing to come on. So you would think that Katie McCabe will push up into that wide position.
Yeah. You see that now, Katie McCabe coming out wide, Balti going on the left side. Yeah, Pavlova going on the left. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce her name, I'll let you do that.
So Wienreuter's on.
Wienreuter on the right. So it looks like they've McCabe wide on the right so she can cut infield.
Yep, and Maritz will take up that left-back position. So versatile, the fullbacks of Arsenal, and they really are players that genuinely can play in those positions. It's not just square pegs in round holes. Katie McCabe is a very dangerous wide player in her own right.
Yeah, and her aggression going forward is really, really good. You know, try and get her on the ball, really drive at that defence. Certainly coming infield on her left gives them all sorts of options.
So they've had a lot to contend with this half, Arsenal. The early goal from Khadija Shaw. Very good performance from their opponents, Manchester City. And now the injury to Caitlin Ford as City come forward once more. Wienreuter with the chest down. Will break to Hemp inside the area. Great block by Ruben Moy.
Yeah, Ruben Moy did well there. She needed to. Great touch by Bunny Shaw. I think Bunny's doing that really well. She drops into that pocket in between the lines, you know, happy to feed players in, then spins herself to try and get in the box. But good block by Ruben Moy.
Here is Shaw, pursued by Williamson and then Valti, but darts past both of them. Just behind Kelly, will come back to Shaw. Well dealt with by Valti, who wins the free kick as well.
Huge strength there by Bunny Shaw. That's twice she slipped round Leah Williamson with ease, and then her pace and power to get her away from that defender. She's having a really good game, actually.
Well, the encouragement for Arsenal will be that they have only failed to score in one of their last 23 WSL games. They have tested Ellie Roebuck on occasion, but perhaps not quite as much as they would have liked. Although we have to say that D'Angelo in the last 10 minutes or so hasn't had too much to do at the other end for Arsenal. But no surprise, hope that this game is perhaps settling into a real battle in midfield as both sides try and get the upper hand. City have had it overall. They're worth the 1-0 leads.
Yeah.
Here's Kelly. Morgan joining the attack. Shaw with the header and Hemp. Oh, what a miss! Huge opportunity goes begging for Lauren Hemp and Manchester City. How on earth is it not 2-0?
That should be 2-0. Again, comes down the right. Bunny Shaw causing all sorts of problems. She needed to hit it into the grass, keep it low. You know, that is a miss. That is a miss, and she knows that.
Well, Arsenal were claiming a handball from Khadija Shaw. The whistle didn't come. And the controversy perhaps is eradicated by that miss from Lauren Hemp. Safety first from Horton. Blackstenius. McCabe was in there. Just too much on the delivery.
Yeah, not a lot she could do with that overhit. And actually, it was only McCabe in the box. So that tells you something. That midfield, they've got to try and work hard to join in. Really get a little bit higher up and support that front line. It's sitting far too deep.
Shaw. Tasman Valti. Raffaelli under pressure. So is Ruben Moy. Williamson. Good vision. Wienreuter. Blackstenius has made the run through the centre. Greenwood's header will still come to the Arsenal striker. She'll let it go for the corner.
Yeah, a bit better, more direct. Blackstenius is a willing runner. Anything in behind, she's going to chase. Yeah, got a corner as a result of that.
So McCabe's over to take it for Arsenal. If Khadija Shaw is dangerous at one end for City, Raffaelli, the tall Brazilian centre-half, is certainly dangerous at the other end for Arsenal. Crowded 6-yard box. That's where McCabe sends it. City just about get it away. Coombs will help it with the distance.
I'm not sure whether that was executed as planned, to be honest.
Yeah, didn't quite utilise the height that we just mentioned for Arsenal. Forward by Moritz to McCabe. Hemp. Pulled back there by Noah Moritz.
Yeah, cynical foul. She was on her way there, Lauren Hemp, just ready to get out of first gear. She was away. Yeah, she's turned her, just about to get in her stride, and that's a definite foul.
That looked like the sort of energy from a player that knows she's just missed a huge opportunity 5 minutes previously.
Yeah. She's not going to be happy with that miss. It should have been a goal. Man City should be 2-0 up, to be honest.
Yeah, whistle didn't go for that potential handball by Shaw in the build-up. But if they deemed it wasn't deliberate because it wasn't her that would have scored it, it might have counted anyway. Here is Shaw. Home has been such a fortress for Arsenal in recent seasons, whether that's here at Meadow Park or at the Emirates. Just one defeat in their last 23 WSL home games. That was against Manchester United back in November 2019. But it's Manchester City with the advantage here. Here is Hemp.
Yeah, it's a really difficult place to come to. So Man City doing really well, dominating, but I really do believe Arsenal look a bit tired.
That's it, when you consider how this title race might pan out. Manchester City, out of the 4 contenders, are the only ones for whom the league is the only competition in which they're left. Chelsea have the FA Cup and the Champions League, Arsenal the Champions League, Manchester United the FA Cup. So many things that could come into play, Home. I mean, that goal difference.
Yeah, really exciting actually. You know, nice to see that it isn't a one-horse race, and you know, no team's clearly ahead, a lot of twists and turns. That's why this game is so important for both sides.
Wienreuter. Vubenoy. Good crossfield ball to find Palova. Balti. Cleared away by Hasegawa. Forward by Raffaelli. Hasegawa's there once more. Pressured by Palova. Walton's clearance. Shaw will chase and get there ahead of Raffaelli. Still going, Khadija Shaw. Still going. Lays it to Hemp. And Arsenal just about survive. D'Angelo congratulated, but another big chance for Lauren Hemp and Manchester City to double their advantage in this first half.
Yeah, great ball, great strength again by Bunny Shaw. Does really well, thought about taking the shot, should she have. On another day she would have done, but lays it off nicely to Lauren Hemp. This time Lauren tries to place it, but was it a save or... Yeah, goalkeeper saves it. Yeah, goalkeeper does well there. Man City get the corner, but really good, well done again by Bunny Shaw. Good strength and power.
Corner played short by Kelly to Hasegawa. Into added time as Hasegawa does let fly. Not too far away from the Japan midfielder who has scored once for Manchester City back in October.
Yeah, been a really good addition for Man City. Excellent player. I mean, her stature, very small, very lightweight, but manipulates the ball so well and dictates play so well.
Roebuck closed down by McCabe and took her time there, Ellie Roebuck. Forward by Valti, flicked on by Blackstenius. And Roebuck's once more. Morton's ball forward. Big made the run, switching over to that right-hand side for now with Chloe Kelly on the left, and Coombs will look for Kelly. Here she is. Alexandru. Hasegawa.
Man City do this quite often, switch Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp, change the dimension of play, means Lauren will come infield on her left and Chloe Kelly infield on her right. I think just there, it just sees Shaw coasting, dropping off that back line. She's done that a lot in this game, and she's really hard to pick up, especially with her physical presence.
Here is Hemp. Field to Morgan. Short though, as Paloma tries to find Valti, and Manchester City in the ascendancy once more. They get another chance to double their advantage before half-time. And this time, will they take it? Kelly goes for the curler! Good save, D'Angelo. Good effort, Chloe Kelly. As Moritz clears away at the back for Arsenal. She's under real pressure from Angledar, but she's done well there. And then goes down as Angledar returns the pressure. But what a lovely effort from Chloe Kelly.
Yeah, you just see her come, as I said before, coming infield. The space actually opened up with great effort, but D'Angelo equal to it. Just opens up there, that little gap she's aiming for. Good save.
Oh, she's had a relatively busy half, D'Angelo, as the free kick is given to Manchester City. They really are putting on the pressure in added time here.
Yeah, they are. Arsenal are not happy. But yeah, good spell in the last couple of minutes Man City have had. You know, Arsenal have got to be alert on this. You know, make sure they don't concede again before half-time.
So it will be their set-piece specialist, although they've got a few. This time, it'll be specialist Alex Greenwood for Manchester City, as finally gets the ball away for Arsenal. Hemp. Space for Wharton, whose deliveries are often on point as well. Arsenal deal with that again. Lovely control by Pelova. Absolutely beautiful, but then can't hold on to it. Hasegawa. A little slip by Chloe Kelly. Means that Manchester City can't make the most of that. And Arsenal will bring it away.
Yeah, it was on there for Arsenal, wasn't it? That transition turnover, they had willing runners in midfield. But Hasegawa did really well to intercept there.
Seconds remaining in the first half. Arsenal on the charge. Here is McCabe. Little deflection means it won't roll through to Pelova. And there is the half-time whistle. A half that has largely belonged to Manchester City. Their top scorer and the leading scorer in the WSL this season, Khadija Shaw, with a header inside the opening 5 minutes. And that is the difference in the scoreline at the break. Hope Howell, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I think largely Man City have been the dominant team, unlucky not to have scored a second goal. Arsenal look a little bit leggy and tired. I think when they had a bit of a break, started when the goalkeeper went down, found a little bit of form, but not quite enough. But for me, Man City, deserve to be in front.
Big second half to come for both of these sides. And whichever way it goes, it will have huge implications in the WSL title race. Half-time at Meadow Park, it's Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1.
Hope and Vicky Sparks, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, half-time here. The players are heading back down the tunnel. And it's been an interesting one, hasn't it? Because this is not an easy place to come here, Boreham Wood. Arsenal always strong at home. But Manchester City started so brightly, and they're the team who have really been able to impose themselves on this game.
Yeah, I think Man City, approached the game with, they've just got so much control, especially in possession. The midfield, Hasegawa's been dominating that battle. I think the wide players in Hemp and Chloe Kelly have been very effective in those 1v1s and their quality into the box. And Arsenal really haven't been able to just get any kind of possession at all to really get a rhythm in the game.
And it didn't help, did it, by that early goal? 5 minutes in, Bunny Shaw, who else getting on the end of this one?
Oh, I mean, the speed at which Manchester City started was unreal, and it caught Arsenal on the back foot. But it's a passage of, I think it was 11 passes when we counted, straight off the training ground. The movement that Gareth Taylor will have seen with his team, the rotation, recycling it. But Bunny Shaw's key to all of that, because her movement, her ability to get in position. But this finish, what a ball, first of all, from Chloe Kelly. But that, she makes that look so easy. She's going away from the ball. She has to manipulate the direction of the ball with her head and with her neck. It's absolutely stunning.
And it's the fact that Man City always look to play forward, which forces an Arsenal player to try and come out into pressure, which creates the space out wide for her to deliver that ball into the box. But an Arsenal defender has to get touch tight with Bunny Shaw there in the box. She can't be free in that situation.
It's no surprise to Arsenal that Manchester City have scored a goal through Chloe Kelly and Bunny Shaw. I mean, it's the worst secret ever, isn't it, that those two are so effective. So the fact that they put no pressure on them, that is it's Arsenal's undoing so far.
Yeah, and indeed, and it came off a throw-in, didn't it, that one, in 11 passes as we counted earlier. It's an incredible finish as well. And Bunny Shaw has been key, hasn't she, in that high press of Manchester City.
She is, and she's the catalyst of the front three. But you see, the goalkeeper should never play out there. It's casual. You've just conceded a goal. A few minutes later, Leah Williamson's excellent in possession, but it's too easy, isn't it?
And it's exactly what we saw Man City do against Chelsea. This high-pressing game, setting the trap, and Arsenal got to find a way to play beyond it and play a bit higher up the pitch.
Look, big rivalries between these games, and there's been an entertaining subplot, I'd have to say, between Katie McCabe and Chloe Kelly. Let's take a look at exactly what happened here.
Well, Katie McCabe's the sort of player that you'd want on your team every single week, because she's a fighter, she's dogged, she's a great competitor, and she has excellent quality. But, didn't do herself any favours early on in that one-to-one contest by getting a yellow card. And it's been a fantastic contest ever since between Katie McCabe and Chloe Kelly. But she didn't finish up in that position at left back, did she?
No, she's a player that plays on the edge, and you see there in that tussle, especially defensively, she actually won a lot of those duels. But now she's playing a bit higher the pitch. It'll be interesting to see how her counterpart deals with that battle now.
Yeah, a tactical change.
Well, Katie Ford got injured, didn't she? So
yeah, indeed.
Vine Reuter came on at left back, and Katie McCabe's gone higher right, which I think, taking away some defensive responsibilities, might keep her on the pitch for the 90.
Well, especially holding a yellow card.
With a yellow card as well. Well, it stopped our fun for the afternoon, but anyway, that's what they needed to do. Another player you'd always want on your side is Lauren Hemp, always with opportunities, and she had a few gilt-edged ones today, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She's causing all sorts of problems in those wide areas, and again, you see this Arsenal defence get sucked over, and she finds herself at the far post and just slices that ball over the bar. But she's finding these really good positions in and around the 18-yard box, and here you just think, direct that ball up across the goalkeeper there. It's probably definitely a goal. Again, Bunny Shaw finds space in behind, and Chloe Kelly and Hemp have been, finding these positions where they're arriving late into the 18-yard box, and it's a fantastic strike and a good save.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal out of possession. Defensively, you want them to be narrow, but that leaves that space at the back post for the wide player. And Lauren Hemp's held out in that position, you know, excellently well. Seen her score the goal against Chelsea last week from exactly the same position. She's dangerous.
Yeah, she is dangerous. Well, look, Arsenal have to go away to United. They have to go away to Chelsea as well. This game, if they want to be in contention for the title, this is a must-win, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, absolutely. I think, now they're really going to be chasing, and the teams ahead of them are now going to look to the fixtures they've got, where they've got winnable games coming up. And, it's been tough for Arsenal. They had a really difficult game midweek at Bayern, and I think playing on that big Emirates pitch has probably taken a lot of energy from them.
Arsenal lose today, they're out the title race, in my opinion.
OK, well, I'll tell you a side that are in the title race. It is Manchester United. They visited relegation-threatened Brighton yesterday as the WSL kicked off on Saturday. Your commentary for this one comes from Ben Andrews.
It's a good delivery right into the crowd and into the net. Lydia Williams came and didn't get there. And right next to her, Leah Galton. But she's nodded Manchester United in front here. It's a very easy goal. Surely the keeper has to be a little stronger than that. The league leaders in front early. Galton scored against Brighton again. Oh, great delivery, and Borisa, I think, got a flick on it. Anywhere but there. And it's 2-0. It's hit Williams as much as anything. Well placed, I suppose. Blundell into Toon. That is beautifully worked. And Blundell with the ball forward for Galton. And there's no flag here. She's goal side of Fox. Round Williams, it's tight, but it's in, and it's 2-0 Manchester United. They have their cushion on the day in this game and at the top of the table surely now. Leah Galton at the double. Looked like she might have gone a bit too wide here, but that is a very composed finish. And you don't see Brighton getting back into this now. Galton's on a hat-trick. Sigiotti for the first time giving it away under the intense pressure from that Manchester United midfield. They have worked so hard. To Russo. Is this her moment? No. The answer to that, straight at Lydia Williams. Well made, though. The delivery is deep. Without Sigiotti. One of those low runners coming through the crowd. Can sometimes be quite awkward. Not that far wide, actually. Box is crowded again. It's Williams, and it's 3! Nearly scored a moment ago, Rachel Williams. She has scored now. Manchester United's regular substitute with another goal and a textbook header. That's how you do it. Game over for sure. Another bruising day at the office for Brighton. Ooh, get worse here. Connolly's given it away. Garcia must. Yes, she does. It's 4. 2 in a minute for United, and both of their substitute forwards have come off the bench and have found the net. They are flying clear at the top of the league for now. Brighton 0, Manchester United 4. They're good enough without help. This one's a bit of a gift.
So, big victory for Manchester United because it pulled them 3 points clear at the top. But as we currently stand with Manchester City with that lead at half-time, that would pull them equal with United as well at the top of the table. So really, really tight, as you can imagine. 4 other matches taking place today, of course, with half-time between Arsenal and Manchester City. Everton and Spurs is currently 1-1. Leicester take on Reading later on. That's at 3 p.m. West Ham host Liverpool at 5. And your late match today is Villa against Chelsea at 6:45. And don't forget, you can catch up with all the action and highlights on the Women's Football Show. That's later tonight at 11:30 on BBC One. Plus, there's more women's sport here on BBC Two following us. We've got the Six Nations. England take on Italy from 2:30. Well, we've got a special guest who's joined us at half-time. Really pleased to see you, Viv Miedema. We've missed you on the pitch. How have you been? How are you recovering from the ACL injury?
Yeah, it's going good. It's really slow, but little steps. And obviously I miss being out on the pitch with my teammates. But yeah, at least I'm here to support the team today.
And of course, you're in recovery. How are you spending that time, though? Because, I mean, are you finding it difficult? Is it boring? Is it hard to sort of watch the team and not be able to join in?
I mean, it's difficult to see the team doing well or maybe not doing that well at the moment. But yeah, I'm in the gym a lot. I'm picking up a couple of things off site as well, like not just football things. So yeah, it's just like trying to get back as quick as I can, but also trying to enjoy the time that I don't have the pressure of playing all the time.
Yeah, and you've got obviously a World Cup around the corner. How do you feel about that? Is it the hope? All hopes still there? Do you think?
No hopes. I'm definitely going to miss the World Cup, which is a hard one. But I hope to be back for the beginning of next season, and that's my focus right now. And I need to be realistic in that sense.
Yeah, and I know Beth Mead's obviously on the same road. I don't know how you both did this at the same time, but you did. What about for her? Do you think is it still in sight, do you think, maybe Australia and New Zealand?
I mean, she's obviously a bit in front of me, but I think you've seen what Serena said last week. Like, it's a big miracle that needs to happen for her to be fit for the World Cup. But yeah, we're both just trying to work as hard as we can, and we'll see how close we can get.
Has it helped, both of you being unfortunately injured at the same time, to get through this sort of rehab process?
Help or hindrance?
Help or hindrance?
Well, both actually. Like, I think you understand each other. So like, I know what she's feeling. She knows what I'm feeling. It's frustrating for me because I'm a month behind. So I see her doing a lot of things and I'm not there yet. But yeah, it is very helpful. And I hope that we can just help each other and push each other as much as we can, especially when we're back on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been pushing the team as well, particularly in midweek in that Champions League victory against Bayern. I know you were out there on the pitch as well, and you just say, you know, it can be hard to watch the team doing well, but you're right behind them, and it was great to see, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. We played so well. Like, Bayern didn't really have any chances. I think we could have won 5 or 6-0 in the end.
What a strike.
Yeah, amazing goal. I mean, everything, the flick from Leah, and the hit from Frida, obviously, and it's great to see Stina amongst the goals as well lately. It's what we need right now.
It's interesting because we heard Jonas talking in the week and Leah as well, both mentioning that, you know, perhaps Boreham Wood is a great ground, you're always filling it, but you're always getting good attendances at the Emirates as well. 16,500 tickets already sold for the semi-final against Wolfsburg. Is there a time that you think you can see the team moving there, spending more time there, more games there?
I think so. I mean, I think we're one of the examples that as a club we're doing it well. We play a lot of games there. We get a lot of people in. I mean, I've seen something about West Ham like not having played at their stadium yet this year, and I think we need to push for that. I think we deserve it. We always say the men's stadium, but in the end it's the club's stadium, and I think we should use that in that sense, and we should all push for that. All clubs should push for that, and I think once we get there, we'll get more people in.
Yeah, and the numbers are certainly showing that as well. And Rachel, it's so good to see not just Arsenal in the semi-final, but Chelsea as well. And that drama and the penalty shootout against Lyon in midweek.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, this in what was it, the 93rd minute contentious decision. If VAR hadn't have been there, I'm sure Emma Hayes may have had a little word on that. But VAR was there. It was used for the right reasons, and I do think it was a penalty, a rightful decision overturned from the on-pitch decision. And you know, and then it teed up. Maren Mjelde, nerves of steel, just come on the pitch. You'd only been on sort of 10 minutes as a super sub. And then it teed up at the grand finale of all grand finales against, you know, perennial winners of Lyon. And what a save. I love it when the goalkeeper gets
I knew she'd like that. That's why I gave this one to her.
But they're match winners, aren't they? Just as much as the likes of Viv are match winners, then nerves of steel and being able to pull out a big save and catching Berger. You know, we've talked often, haven't we, about all the things that she's kind of overcome. Yeah. But to have that moment on the pitch and be through to the semi-final alongside, you know, their London neighbours is fantastic for the game.
It is brilliant to see, isn't it? And what about today, Viv? We're seeing the teams starting to come out for that second half as well. How do you rate Arsenal's chances? This is a must-win game, as we've been discussing as well. It's been a season of rebuilding, like we were talking about earlier. You've got silverware in the bag now. It's a side who has had to watch the likes of Chelsea emerge and do so well. Arsenal want to be back in there.
I mean, it's a tough game today. It's been a tough season. I think Man U is really in the mix this year. We've had a couple injuries, but so have Chelsea. So I think we can't really shy away from the fact that we just need to man up, and especially we need to do better the second half. Change a couple of things, and I hope that we can at least get a point out of this game then today.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing how that second half pans out. Viv, it's been wonderful to talk to you. Really good luck on the road to recovery. We hope to see you out on the pitch as well very soon indeed. And as you can see, the players are out for the second half, which means it's time to hand you back to our commentary team, the former England manager Hope Powell. But first, Vicky Sparks.
Thank you, Reshmin. Well, a very satisfactory first half it was for Gareth Taylor. And Hope, if you're considering the conversations that might have been happening with himself and the players in the Manchester City dressing room, I guess the only downside is that they didn't add to their lead, and those two huge chances for Lauren Hemp near the end of the first half.
Yeah, definitely, but he will be pleased. They're leading, they're winning the game, they're dominating the game, they're dictating the play. So I think he will want more of the same, but hopefully with a goal at the end of it.
So Khadija Shaw's goal, the difference. There is the table as it stands. Arsenal would be 6 points behind the leaders Manchester United. They would have a game in hand. Their next match away at Manchester United. That date still to be confirmed because of the Champions League semi-finals. But as Arsenal prepare to get us underway in this second half, are they out of it if they lose here, or is there still enough in their hands for them to still win the title?
I don't think they're out of it at all. I think they've still got a game in hand. They play Man United, so it's still all to play for. I think they're firmly in it.
Still all to play for in this second half at Meadow Park. Moritz. Valti. Pelova. Beautiful control. Plays it off to Leonardson Mornham. Stenius is in the centre. Here is Pelova, urged to shoot. Valti. Already Arsenal really committing the red shirts forward at the start of this second half. Williamson was one of those in there. Roebuck just about did enough between Leah Williamson and Stina Blackstenius. But Arsenal just committing the bodies forward in a way that they didn't necessarily do in the first half.
Yeah, I thought that was lacking in the first half. Need to get more bodies higher up, closer to the front line. This is good delivery. Goalkeeper in all sorts of trouble there. You know, very fortunate Man City there, I thought. Blackstenius perhaps unlucky not to connect. I think she should have. But luckily, ball goes to Man City.
Nervy moments at the back for Manchester City and Ellie Roebuck. Ruben Moy wins the header, bounces off Leonardson Mornham. Here is Shaw. Still going Shaw, pressured by Williamson and fouled by Leah Williamson.
Very strong, Bunny Shaw. I think she's having a really good game. You know, physically, you know, able to hold players off. She perhaps could have released it out wide there, but that's the confidence she's got at the moment, a desire to run at the defenders, and from this I hope she's okay. Yeah, looks like she's getting to her feet, but Arsenal really need to contain her, because she has been a massive threat.
Always a menace, Khadija Bunny Shaw. Angelo has been called into action on several occasions so far in this match. She's been beaten once by Shaw. Will Manchester City test her once more? Hasegawa. Kelly. Ritz with the block. City with the corner.
It's interesting there that Chloe Kelly wanted to take that delivery early. I would expect her in 1v1 situations to drive at that defence, but nonetheless a corner from it.
They played the corner short again, Manchester City. That's what they tended to do. As Kelly now delivers the ball in, swing and a miss from Shaw. Almost falls to Coombs. And Arsenal get it away. Hasegawa and Morgan between them. Send it back to Roebuck. Forward by Raffaelli. On by Williamson, straight to Horton. And she replaced as England captain. Kelly gets there first. Ritz with the throw. Away by Morgan. Sagara is in there for City. She really is a tenacious player, isn't she, Hope?
Oh, she's actually a joy to watch. I mean, you know, physically strong for somebody of her stature, the ability to hold players off, her ball manipulation is excellent, a really good replacement for Kira Walsh, which, you know, is hard to find. So she's having a good game today.
Alexandri's interception. As he gets the foot in, here is McCabe. Fouled by Alexandri.
Arsenal have started a lot brighter in this second half. They need to. They've got to claw their way back into this game. Yeah, free kick there. Alexandra wraps her leg around McCabe's, a definite free kick there.
Arsenal have got another one. And Khadija Shaw is being spoken to by our referee, Abigail Byrne.
She's saying cut it out.
And will she?
Probably not. It's the nature of her game, her physicality, her power.
Asagawa's interception, Angeldal. Forward to Kelly. Up against Moritz, who stands her ground well. Kelly skips past her. Multi across.
Yeah, she ran out of a bit of steam there. Played for that throw. Waiting for her teammates to join in. Doesn't look like formation's changed. Lauren Hemp's gone back on the left. Chloe Kelly back on this right for Man City.
So Morgan with the throw. Shaw forwards. Kelly. Cleared away by Valti. Morgan looking for Shaw. Hasegawa. Challenged by Leonardson-Mornham and kept in by Pelova. Blackstenius, and here come Arsenal. McCabe is through the centre, Blackstenius has delayed the pass. And that, in the end, was not the right decision. Williamson keeps the attack going. Leonardson-Mornham. Challenged by Morgan. Arsenal corner. Well, City have taken plenty of corners short this afternoon. Will Arsenal do the same? McCabe is there as the option. They've got the height in there, Arsenal. Tall figure of Raffaelli. Will be swung in by Leonardson-Mornham, and Raffaelli was there. McCabe. Leonardson-Mornham. McCabe once more, and Laura Coombs is saying, look, I need people to come and help me out here. McCabe's delivery. Cleared away by Manchester City. Hasegawa, the furthest player forward. Wienreuter. Williamson. Can only find Alex Greenwood. She was furious there, Laura Coombs, as Hemp will chase this, and Vivian Moy missed the clearance. Here is Lauren Hemp for Manchester City.
I think initially Coombs was thinking it was offside. I don't think it was. A lot of players deeper than the ball was, it looked like, from this angle.
Here is Angeldal for Manchester City. Not quite. She looks to find Lauren Hemp.
It's a poor delivery by her standards. Yeah, Arsenal definitely started a lot brighter in this half. They recognise what's at stake. They need to keep themselves in it. We're very much on the front foot.
Well, his side were rampant against Manchester City at home last season in the WSL. They won 5-0. Manchester City's heaviest WSL loss in their history. Very different story. Ruben Moy under pressure. Back to D'Angelo. Calmly done. Blackstenius gets the better of Horton. The runners are there. Can she find them? Leonardson Mornham through the centre. Just too much on it, and it's through to Roebuck.
Yeah, Blackstenius did well there, dropping into that pocket. Did really well to get away from Alex Greenwood. Good runners through, goalkeeper playing a high line.
Given away though, Leonardson Mornham with the interception, steps away from Angledal, plays it off Hasegawa. Morgan to Horton. Wienreuter. She brought down there by Alexandri. Referee says no. Arsenal almost win it back. Hint back there defending once more. McCabe. Can't shrug off the attentions of Lauren Hemp, and Alexandri will play it forward to Shaw. Lovely deft touch to Coombs. Hemp. Greenwood. Foul by Blackstenius. Manchester City free kick.
Arsenal fans are not happy. I think in that previous pattern of play, Bunny Shaw coming deep into the pocket's really effective. She just needs to ensure that players are up with her, the wide players come in and be that second centre forward if she vacates that space.
Williamson under pressure from Angledal.
Here Williamson dropping again into that back line, try and drag Man City out, but it's not working.
Here comes Lauren Hemp. Runners at the far post. Neither Kelly nor Angledal can reach it for City.
Yeah, poor cross by her standards. Pitch looks a little bit bobbly down the flanks. Not the best delivery from Lauren.
Well, there has been just a goal in it in the two previous meetings this season between his side and Jonas Eidevall's Arsenal. Manchester City winning 2-1 in the WSL. Arsenal winning 1-0 after extra time in the Continental Cup semi-finals. Just the goal in it. Plenty of time still to play, and Arsenal starting this second half well. Manchester City under sustained pressure. Pelova to Hasegawa, who always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Look, she goes unnoticed a lot of the time. You know, she matched Mana for pace there, won the ball. Ball ricochet, she calmly picks it up again and finds a player. Her technical ability and vision are very good.
Great sliding challenge by Williamson on Hemp, her England teammate. Maritz. Pelova's pointing, here she is, the Netherlands attacker. Saw the space for Wienreuter, so did Alexandri. Here is Hemp. Shaw. Hasegawa. Angledal. Manchester City just starting to find those pockets of space. Here is Chloe Kelly. Morgan. Hasegawa.
Very patient build-up. I'm wondering why Chloe Kelly doesn't take her on 1v1 in those situations, but they are leading, kills a bit of time. You know, Arsenal have to come and get the ball from them. But again, looks like Man City are in control again.
As things stand, Manchester City are moving level on points with Manchester United at the top of the WSL. We talked about all the variables. Goal difference could come into it. At the moment, Manchester City with the worst goal difference out of the 4 title contenders. They'll still be 16 behind Manchester United in terms of goal difference. You know, it is an extra point essentially for United at the moment.
Yeah, all to play for both teams. Interestingly, they've both got to play United, I think. So yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting to see who comes out on top this season.
Yeah, out of the contenders, Arsenal certainly have the toughest run, and including this match, they have Manchester United away, which is their next league game, and Chelsea away still to come. So in a way, it's in their own hands in a sense, Hope, in terms of it gives you an opportunity if you need to catch your title rivals, but in another way, what would you rather have as a manager if in this scenario? Would you rather be playing all your title rivals with the knowledge that you can put things back into your own hands, or would you rather not play any of them?
I think firstly, great that you've got that option and you're in and around it. I think that's a priority, that you've still got a chance. But I would say you'd want an easier run. I think you've got to include Aston Villa as a tough challenge as well. They're, you know, finding some form, playing really, really well. So for Arsenal, it's a big test for them. But they are still firmly in it, I think.
So double change being prepared for Arsenal. Katarina Kuhl, you just saw there, one of the players preparing to come on. And fresh legs, Hope, perhaps needed. We mentioned the game, of course, that they had in the Champions League midweek, which Manchester City did not. And they've been better in the second half. They've shaded it, but they just need that spark, Arsenal.
Yeah, which, you know, we go back to that Champions League game. That's the demand, physically and mentally, quite demanding, and they look leggy. So some fresh legs are definitely needed, I think.
Given away by Horton. Here is Valti. Leonardson, Morgan, Moritz. Morgan across quickly. Moritz still going. Blocks by Horton, falls to Blackstenius. Angeldal with the challenge. Blackstenius squeezes it in. Leonardson, Morgan! 1-1! She's at it again, Frida Leonardson-Morgan, and Arsenal are back in the game.
Yeah, the spark they needed, a bit of ricocheting in that box, but Arsenal committed to it. Really good build-up from the back. You know, Esme Morgan turned inside out there. Not the best ball in, but the second ball falls to Arsenal. I think Blackstenius takes a swipe, and it opens up for Marnham, just hits it, and it's 1-1.
And it's excellent composure from close range, isn't it? She just takes the touch to get it out under her feet.
Yeah, small gap, she saw it, and she's equalised, so a good finish. Arsenal are definitely back into this game now, and that will give them some confidence, and I'm sure some energy in their legs.
Yes, energy can come, of course, from changes, but it can come from momentum shifts caused by goals. And Leonardson-Marnham and Arsenal very much look up for this one.
Yeah, they do now. I think Man City will be disappointed. I think they should have cleared the ball before it started ricocheting in the box. You know, you give a player like Marnham half a chance, she's likely to bury it, and she did really well.
Well, she's on to 14 goals for the season now, level with Stina Blackstenius. They're having a real tussle to be Arsenal's top scorer this season. But it's all about the points in this WSL title race. 1-1 between Arsenal and Manchester City. And interestingly, that double change has just been put on hold for now for Arsenal. Leonardson-Marnham can't get the better of Hasegawa. And it looks as though Jonas Eidevall's decided to give the 11 out there just 5 more minutes or so because they're in the ascendancy. They've got the momentum.
Yeah, surprising what a goal can do for you mentally, if nothing else. You find a second gear. They firmly believe they're in it now, having scored, and they look certainly a lot brighter.
Alexandri keeps it in and does well, plays it off Wienreuter. Well, how do Manchester City respond?
Yeah, this will be a real test of their character now because they were cruising. Things changed very, very quickly. They now find themselves 1-1. So it will really test their character, see how they start performing now.
So changes still being prepared. Jodie Taylor there looks set to make her second appearance since returning to Arsenal last month. And a player you are a big fan of, Hope Powell.
Yeah, she's full of running, Jodie. I mean, how old is she now? 34, I think, 33, 34. But yeah, a willing runner, still bags of energy, keeps herself in very, very good condition. She'll be a handful. She'll be a handful, and she's there to run that channel, run the line.
Here come Manchester City away by Palova. We're being kind, Hope. 36.
36.
Oh. Forward by Greenwood. Hemp will chase. She'll get the ball across. Nobody there for City. Vibbermoy with time to take the touch. McCabe under pressure.
It looks like 3 Arsenal players are warming up there. Jen Beattie warming up as well.
Yep, potential triple change coming up for the Gunners, who found the leveller through Frida Leonardson-Modern. Here come Manchester City. Khadija Shaw taken off her toes, and here is Leonardson-Modern. Well, she's certainly got a second wind, hasn't she? Runs into Alex Greenwood in the end, but she's had such an outstanding season with Arsenal. She's made herself virtually undroppable, but it was a quiet first half for her.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, she's found her second wind, her breath. The goal will give you confidence. I think Arsenal believe now that they can really get something out of this game. Man City are going to have to be on it. It's game definitely on.
All out of play. And still, Arsenal will wait to make those changes. And indeed, the players waiting to come on just sat down, 2 of them, and putting the blankets back on. So perhaps it will be a more significant delay. Manchester City, though, building up ahead of steam. And here is Chloe Kelly. Close.
Yeah, she took that early, didn't she? Again, ball coming from the wide areas. One touch, had to take it early. I think the goalkeeper would have had that covered just wide of the post.
No, she scored to make it 2-0 in what was eventually a 2-1 win for Manchester City in the WSL back in February, and you wonder how much City and Gareth Taylor will reflect on those big chances in the first half. 2 for Lauren Hem, but they didn't take. Arsenal have found the leveller in the second half. Valtti's delivery over the head of Leonardson-Modern. Flag was up on the far side anyway. So Arsenal now will make that triple change. The first player to make way is Victoria Palova, who is replaced by Katarina Kuhl. Arrived in January from Danish side Nordsjælland. Stina Blackstenius also makes way. And there'll be a big hand here for Jodie Taylor. Second appearance since returning to Arsenal last month, as well, Moritz comes off as well for Jen Beattie. So yes, Jodie Taylor, Golden Boot winner with England at Euro 2017 is the big roar for Jen Beattie, very popular player here at Arsenal as well. It was very prolific in her first 20 months with Arsenal, which she spent with them back in 2016, 2017. Spent a large part of that time out injured, but 10 goals in 17 appearances. Yes, she's at a different stage of her career now, Hope, but what does she bring to Arsenal, not just today, not just for this game, but for this run-in the season? And also, we should note, she's not in the Champions League squad. She signed after that had to be resubmitted for the knockout stages, so it is just the domestic league that she'll be playing in for Arsenal.
Yeah, well, obviously her experience, she's been involved in the game for many years. She's scored a lot of goals, so, you know, that comes quite natural to her. This is the free kick. Oh, that's late. That's right down the shin. Yeah, should be a booking, and is a booking.
Yeah, Leah Walty deservedly getting the yellow card, and the Arsenal fans aren't happy, but when you see the replay, that's a clear one.
Yeah, definitely a clear booking. Yeah, not a nice foul. Thankfully, the player's okay.
So free kick to Manchester City, who just started to wrest back a little bit of momentum before those 3 Arsenal changes, having conceded the equaliser in this second half. Greenwood is over it. Asagawa's there as the short option. Watch out for Khadija Shaw, just on the left of your picture. Greenwood will actually send it in, and it's wasted.
Yeah, overhit there, wasted. But just going back to Jodie Taylor, I think her experience, you know, she times her runs so well, used to playing in the central areas of the goal, and is a natural finisher. And to be honest, will run and run and run. You know, her work ethic is, even at 36, I'm sure, very, very high. Plays off the back shoulder and willing to run in behind.
Morgan forward for City. Raffaelli got the touch ahead of Greenwoods, and would have come off worse there, Raffaelli. She's okay. Good news for Arsenal, good news for Brazil ahead of the finalissima, which will take place against England's at Wembley on Thursday. Sold out National Stadium, European champions against South American champions. Horton to Hasegawa.
It's nice to see Jen Beattie on the pitch, actually. You know, and I think they've brought her on for her physicality, match her up against Bunny Shaw. You know, Bunny's won a lot in the air, and I think Jen Beattie will be equal to that. Her physicality will probably be able to match that.
I was just wondering for an instant whether they might shape up as a 3 there at the back Arsenal, but it seems as though Raffaelli's come over to the left and you've got Vinorita on the right, but it does give them the option. They want to push forward. Katie McCabe can in that wing-back position. Offside flag is up against Khadija Shaw.
Yeah, it's almost as if Raffaelli, it's like a 3 at the back, the 2 wing-backs, McCabe and, can't pronounce her name, Vinorita on the other side, kind of overloads in those areas, which you know, seems to be having some effect, even though that was offside.
Leonardson Marnham. Plenty of action coming up for you on the BBC, the Women's Six Nations following us, the Women's Football Show this evening as well, and the finalissima. You can hear commentary from Wembley on 5 Live from Thursday. Here is Jodie Taylor. Williamson, pushed over by Laura Coombs. Yellow cards being requested by some in the Arsenal crowd. There is Raffaelli. Here is Leonardson Marnham. Oh, brilliant save Roebuck at her very best there, full stretch. And Leonard Mornem has come to life since scoring that equaliser for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's a great ball by Kate McCabe, right into that channel. Great touch, and, you know, Ellie Roebuck equal to it. It's great when you've got two left-footed players, you know, Raphael and McCabe on the left side. It makes it so easy as an out. That's a great effort. But Ellie Roebuck equal to it, and she needed to be.
Arsenal play the corner short. Here they come. Short is driven in, and what a goal it is! Katie McCabe, a stunner! A huge goal for Arsenal! A huge goal in the WSL title race! It's Arsenal 2, Manchester City 1.
What a strike, what conviction, nothing else in her mind. Now we look at this from the corner, it's a short corner, she comes for the second pass. Top corner, what a strike, the pace and the power of that beat Ellie Roebuck. Pure class. Coming in on her left, oh, Ellie Roebuck actually got a hand to that, but the pace, the power. The game has turned right on its head. 2-1 to Arsenal. Fantastic comeback.
And the celebrations tell you all you need to know. They know that's a monumental strike when it comes to their title hopes. And Meadow Park is rocking.
Rocking. Yeah, brilliant comeback. To be fair, they looked really leggy in the first half. Got the equaliser, got a second breath, and now they are in the lead, 2-1. Arsenal.
What's in the tank, Manchester City? They were heading level on points with the leaders, Manchester United. Arsenal, as things stand, are now drawing level on points with Manchester City and going above them on goal difference. That's how quickly things can change. That's how tight this title race is. Kelly's delivery. Missed by Valti. Alexandri to draw the save from D'Angelo. Brilliant effort at the other end. And this is not over yet.
No, it isn't over. Credit to both teams, really going for it. Again, Man City ball out wide. Sets. Oh, that is a great save by D'Angelo. Great save, Alexandri. Kept it down really well, it's quite high, spinning, that's a good save.
Corner played short by City. Kelly, blocked by Leonard Mornem. Corner played short once more by City. Greenwood just overran it. Raffaelli's clearance. And that's what Jodie Taylor does. Always running, always competing, and that's what Hasegawa does. Deals with it calmly. Williamson with the interception. Raffaelli. 13 minutes to play. This is a huge 13 minutes, Hope Powell, in the WSL title race. Leonard Mornem, Taylor will chase. Roebuck will get there.
Huge, huge. Few minutes left. Arsenal now have energy. Man City now look tired. How quickly it changes, but credit to them. You know, credit to Jonas. 3 changes, fresh legs.
And when you think back to the Emirates on Wednesday night when Katie McCabe limped off, we saw her come back on crutches. Nobody at that point, I think, thought that she'd be available for this game. They don't have Kim Little. That is a huge blow to lose their captain, but my word, won't they be so delighted that Katie McCabe has made it, because she scored a stunner, and they're coming forward again. Leonard Mornem won't latch onto it, and Morgan has it for Manchester City. Chelsea and Manchester United will be watching on. But it looks as though this WSL title race could go right down to the wire between these 4. City win one weekend, Arsenal win the next. Which way is it going to go?
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Makes it exciting, everything to play for. quality sides in the top end. It's the top end and the bottom end. Very exciting this season in the league. All to play for at the top and all to play for at the bottom.
Angeldal, pressured by Valenti. Here is Morgan. Horton. Greenwood. Steps past the 19-year-old, Katrina Kuhl. Wants to win it back. Taylor will get there first. Leonardson Mornings through the centre. Well read, Ellie Roebuck. City with the player down on the halfway line. And the flag is up on the far side to alert referee Abigail Burns' attention to this injury. Alexandri, some discomfort here.
Just on that last Arsenal attack, I think Ellie Roebuck, she knows that even at 36, Josie Taylor has got some pace. She needs to be on the front foot. She's a willing runner, and I thought she did really well to sweep up there. Yeah, now it looks interesting to what's happened to Alexandra here. Just looked like she got caught on the follow-through.
So Manchester City making a change. Chloe Kelly is off. The Australia international Hayley Raso is on.
Raso will provide some pace down the wing here. Really, really quick with the ball at her feet. A threat in behind. Certainly very quick runner. I think if Man City are to get something out of this game now, you know, we need to see a bit more of Bunny Shaw, very quiet. That's credit to Arsenal. The changes at the back, I think Jennifer Beattie matching her physicality, but they've kept her relatively quiet.
Another change being prepared for Manchester City. Dana Castellanos will be entering the field, but still concern here over Alexandri. Well, it had all started so well for Manchester City inside the opening 5 minutes of this match. Khadija Shaw doing what she does best. Leonardson Mornham getting Arsenal back on level terms in the second half. And how about that for a goal from Katie McCabe? Ellie Roebuck got her hand to it, she'll be disappointed, but it was a strike of quality. And it's given Arsenal this 2-1 lead late on. There is the second change for Manchester City. Laura Coombs is off and Dana Castellanos is on.
Yeah, they need to do something, Man City. They've lost a little bit of belief, it looks like. They look a little bit flat now. Arsenal, full of energy, got some momentum. So change needed with the last sort of 9-10 minutes to play. It's still all to play for.
And Alexandri is not able to continue. So Manchester City forced into a third change in this round of substitutions. The Netherlands international Kirsten Kasperai is on for Alexandri.
I think Esme Morgan's gone over to the left, it looks like, and Kasperadi coming on at right back.
Yeah, so Morgan showing her versatility. And after that lengthy stoppage, not ideal for Manchester City in every sense of the word. They've lost Alexandri, but they need to build some momentum in this game if they're not to slip to defeat for the first time in 15 WSL matches.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed at this stage because I think the first half was pretty comfortable for them. You know, and unlucky not to go in at the half 2-0 up, but again, how quickly it changes.
Flag is up on the far side. City will have the free kick. Chelsea were the last team to beat Manchester City in the top flight, all the way back in September. And Arsenal going to end that long unbeaten run that's currently the longest in the division. It's under serious threat here at Meadow Park. Here come Manchester City. Hemp. Pressured by Wienreuter. Hasegawa. Kasparov. Horton. Angeldal blocked away by Katie McCabe. Horton. You get the sense, Hope Powell, this will be backs to the wall stuff for Arsenal in these final few moments.
Yeah, they're comfortable, gone with a back five to shore it up. You know, midfield happy to sit deeper. I think they trust their back line, the physicality of Jen Beattie brings something in there. So Man City are going to have to really work hard to find an opening.
Here goes Hayley Rasso. Can City find a way back on level terms? Huge chance for the woman that you would want in that position, Khadija Bunny-Shaw.
Yeah, in behind. Rasso, good feet. You've got to hit the target. But if you see there, Jen Beattie was all over it. She put herself right at the forefront of Bunny-Shaw's feet, make it really difficult for her to get the shot on target.
Just cheekily come across as Arsenal were preparing to take that clearance and backheeled the ball into the net, but Leah Williamson was not ready, so he hadn't restarted. And we will play on. So Hope Powell, a few contenders, but this woman is your player of the match.
Yeah, quite a few contenders. I think Hasegawa's done well in midfield, dictated. I think Bunny-Shaw in the first half was definitely the pick. Very quiet in this second half. I think McCabe, however, you know, been on the left, been on the right, really a driving force in this team. You know, and that finish was absolutely exquisite, especially after getting a yellow card so early. You know, it hasn't stopped her playing her natural game. So yeah, Kate McCabe for me, player of the match.
Well, it will be, you would think, defensive duties for the last few minutes for McCabe. Part of that back five now as Arsenal look to see out what would be a huge win coming from behind to keep themselves right in the thick of this fascinating WSL title race. Can Manchester City find a way and preserve this long unbeaten run, or will it end at 14 games in the WSL? It's all the way through with D'Angelo. Taylor goes down. Fair challenge, says referee Abigail Byrne. Hasegawa, that wasn't fair. So, another change for Manchester City. Angeldal is off. And another Australia youngster, Mary Fowler, will come on.
Yeah, Fowler look like she's playing a lot higher up.
Here is Rasso. Play on. Arsenal have a player down with McCabe. Rasso still going. Brilliant defending by Raffaele. And again, not quite the distribution to clear it. Hasegawa. Kasparov. Hasegawa. Horton. Arsenal dropping deep. Kasparov. Rasso. Raffaele with her once more. Kasparov. D'Angelo.
Look, there isn't a lot of room behind the back line of Arsenal. They're starting to get deeper and deeper, but those crosses They've got to be pulled away from the keeper. That's far too easy. Far too easy for Arsenal, and just what Arsenal want.
Valti wins the header. Cool, dispossessed by Fowler. Two real bright young talents of the game in Cool and Fowler going head-to-head there. Greenwood. Here is Lauren Hemp. Up against Williamson. City throw.
Leah Williamson not happy with that. She thought it was an Arsenal ball there.
Here is Morgan. Castellanos. Cleared away by Ruben Moy. Hasegawa was on the slide. Rasso can't latch onto it. And the play is called back for a free kick right on the edge of the area. What a chance this could be for Manchester City.
Yeah, it did look like she got pulled back as she was about to strike that.
We are into 6 minutes of added time. There's the challenge from Raffaelli, nothing wrong with that. But it's the earlier incident with Hasegawa. Play's been called back to. Now, we've talked about advantage being played in certain situations. Arsenal didn't get one earlier in the move.
No, but that looked like a definite pullback to me. And what a position for Steph Houghton, specialist free kick taker.
The responsibility falls on the shoulders of the Manchester City captain. Steph Houghton to level things up in added time. And to strike a huge blow in the title race for Manchester City against Arsenal. It's Houghton, it's straight into the wall, she'll drive again. And the referee has stopped play because Arsenal have a player down, a potential head injury. But the wall, in the first instance, did its job.
Yeah, very difficult, so close to the goal to lift it from a jumping wall, and with somebody, you know, blocking that lower part. There it is, tries to lift it. Actually, it wasn't good execution there. Needs to lift it and make sure it dips at the end. Yeah, her standards of free kicks are much higher than that, Steph, so she won't be pleased with that at all.
Well, she's been effective finding the equaliser at one end, Leonard Mornem. She did her job there in the wall.
And the Arsenal Women's Football Club Supporters Club have also picked their player of the match, Katie McKay.
So treatment's ongoing for Frida Leonardson-Mornem. If Arsenal can hold on here, Hope Powell.
I think it's a massive win for them. I think certainly having played Champions League in the week, I think the first half they looked really, really tired. I thought Man City were very comfortable. I think people watching would have thought, yeah, Man City are cruising this. Certainly in the second half came out with some energy, some fire, scored a goal, and then, you know, been the dominant side, certainly up until the equaliser. And now for them, it's just about hanging on, making it very difficult for Man City.
We've played almost half of the minimum 6 minutes added on. You'd think there'd be a little bit more as Leonardson-Mornem re-enters the field of play.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stops in this game, actually.
That will suit Arsenal just fine as Jodie Taylor goes down and uses all of that experience to win a free kick that, Hope, you're not completely convinced
Yeah, I'm
by?
not convinced. But as you said, experience. Yeah, I think that was a lucky or fortuitous free kick there.
Williamson takes it relatively quickly. It's a poor distribution. Katie McCabe waving the Arsenal players forward, but not quite the right call there from Williamson.
Yeah, you know, had time perhaps, take your time, get the ball in the corner, kill the time, make it frustrating for Man City.
Here is Beattie, the former Manchester City player.
Yeah, she's done well, Beattie, to contain Bunny Shaw. We haven't seen her in this second half at all.
And she's got a problem here, Khadija Shaw. Manchester City playing on for now, they haven't spotted it.
She's got cramp.
Here is him to Castellanos. They'll have to do it without Bunny Shaw as things stand. He's still down inside the Arsenal half. But they don't have time necessarily, Manchester City, to put the ball out. Alton. Hasegawa, interception by Valti. Greenwood to Hemp. Well dispossessed by Veen Reuter. And the referee now does stop play because Khadija Shaw has not moved.
Yeah, it looked like she pulled up with cramp actually, but you know, she looks like she's in a lot of discomfort.
Well, she got Manchester City off to the perfect start in this match with her 27th goal of the season.
Yeah, I think in the first half she was pretty phenomenal. You know, coming into those pockets short, laying the ball off, staying in central areas, a target player for wide delivery. You know, great goal with her movement and the head itself. But in the second half, been pretty quiet, and I think that's credit to Arsenal actually. You know, sorted things out at half-time, made some key substitutions, and denied Man City the space to play into Khadija Shaw. So, you know, the turnaround in the second half from Arsenal has been pretty good and deserved leaders, I think.
Well, she is at least able to walk off Khadija Shaw. Here is Cool, and Arsenal find the goal to wrap this up. Here is Katie McCabe, pursued by Rasso. Down to the byline she goes and wins the corner. That's brilliant play.
Yeah, intelligent play, isn't it? You know that, you know, you want to wind the clock down, don't have to rush, get something out of it. McCabe did really well to join in play there and win her team a corner from which they will waste more time.
Well, we have played the minimum 6 minutes added on, but a couple of relatively lengthy stoppages in added time as well. So Arsenal do take it short. They keep it in the corner. They're nearly there. Castellanos and Casper Ride trying to win it back for Manchester City. It is a City goal kick. And they take it quickly. They have to. Time is almost up. Greenwood. Shaw is back on. Forward by Hasegawa. Away by Veen Reuter. Williamson is there. Castellanos picks it up for Manchester City. Lauren Hemp. Rasso's in there. Over the head of the Australia international. Picked up by Fowler. Casper Rye, driven in. Rasso attempted back heel, doesn't come off. And Cool will send it forward, and Taylor head down will chase. Horton there first. But
City just need to pile players forward.
But there's no time left to do so. It's victory for Arsenal and Jonas Eidevall. They end Manchester City's 14-match unbeaten run in the WSL. Gareth Taylor's side lose in the top flight for the first time since September. And Arsenal strike another blow in this topsy-turvy, thrilling, fascinating WSL title race. It's gonna go down to the wire. It's Arsenal 2, Manchester City 1.
That result takes Arsenal to second in the WSL table. Level on points with Manchester City, having played a game less, ahead of goal difference. 3 points on Manchester United.
Vicky Sparks and Hope Powell, thank you very much indeed. Wow, what a title race we have on our hands. Just confirmation of the WSL table as it stands today. Of course, fixtures to come later on, but Arsenal have put themselves right back in contention. They started the day on 4th. In 2nd place now, they go above Manchester City on goal difference, which just proves that this title race could go absolutely anywhere. And what a way for Arsenal to get right back into it. Kirsty McCabe with the winner on 74 minutes. Arsenal came from a goal down to win 2-1. I'm joined by Anita Asante and Rachel Brown-Finnis. Anita, wow, Kirsty McCabe, her left foot was in a protective boot on Wednesday night.
Oh, I mean,
and she's scoring the winner today.
Katie McCabe coming out with only bangers, as we know her to do. And what a moment to score that strike. Unreal scenes here.
Full 360 turnaround, spearheaded by Leah Williamson and Frida Marnham for Arsenal. Absolutely scintillating second half, fully deserved win by Arsenal in the end.
In the end, and you know, for Manchester City, that's a devastating blow. But it just goes to show it's all wide open.
Yeah, I think, you know, Man City will be disappointed because they were in cruise control in that first half, had a number of chances and just didn't take them, and Arsenal came back.
Okay, well, look, great to have your company today, Anita and Rachel. Great to have your company at home. You have to stay with us for this title race because we have no idea which way it's going. And you know what? It's just how we like it. Bye-bye.